Let me ask you something honest. Not the kind of question you scroll past. The kind that stays. What did you actually do today? Not what you planned, not what you meant to do, not what you told yourself you'd do this time. What did you actually do? Because there's a version of you that wakes up every morning with a plan, a schedule, a vision. And there's the version of you that actually lived today. And most of the time, those two versions don't look anything alike. You've seen the toppers, the ones who seem effortless, the ones who score high, speak with confidence, walk into exams like they belong there. And you've thought about it, maybe even studied them, wondered what they're doing that you're not. Here's what I'm going to tell you today. It's not intelligence, it's not luck, it's not even talent. It's the schedule they protect every single day. And average students don't ignore it because they're lazy. They ignore it because nobody ever explained it the right way. So today, that changes. Think about the last time you had a truly productive day. Not a day where you were busy. Busy is easy. Busy is scrolling, switching tabs, sitting near your books while your mind is somewhere else entirely. I mean a day where you sat down, locked in, and actually moved forward. How did that day feel? Different, right? Lighter, like you were in control of something. That feeling isn't rare. It's not reserved for gifted people. It's the product of structure. And structure is a choice, a daily choice, a quiet, unsexy, unglamorous choice that toppers make every single morning before you've even opened your eyes. Let's talk about what that actually looks like. Your morning is a weapon. Most students treat it like a delay, like something to survive before the real day begins. They snooze, they switch, they drag themselves from their beds like the morning owed them something. But toppers treat the morning differently, not because they're superhuman, not because they love waking up early, but because they know something average students don't. The first hour of your day is the most powerful hour you have. Your brain is fresh. No arguments replaying in your head, no notifications competing for your attention, no noise from the outside world. It is just you at full power. And what you do with that power determines everything that follows. The mistake most students make the second they open their eyes is handing that power away. They pick up their phone, they check Instagram, they watch one video, just one, and then 20 minutes disappear. You know that feeling. You open your phone to check the time and suddenly it's 45 minutes later. You don't even know what happened. You weren't present. You were just consuming. And that consumption doesn't come free. Every minute you spend feeding someone else's content in the morning is a minute you steal from your own focus, from your own thoughts, from the version of yourself that was ready to rise. Stop giving your best hours to people who don't even know your name. Wake up between 5:30 and 7, not because a YouTube video told you to, but because the world is quiet then. And in that quiet, you have a choice. You can fill it with chaos, or you can use it to build something. Get up, stretch, drink water before you touch anything else. Open a window. Let real light hit your eyes, not the blue glow of a screen. Actual light, the kind that tells your brain it's time to exist fully. Breathe for 2 minutes. Just breathe. No music, no podcast, no background noise. This is not wasted time. This is activation. Your brain needs a runway before it can fly. Give it one. Then move your body. I'm not talking about an hour at the gym. I'm not talking about a perfect workout with protein shakes and playlists. 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Stretch your arms, do some push-ups, walk around your room. Think of your body as the router and your brain as the device trying to connect. If the router isn't on, the device doesn't work. Light movement in the morning increases blood flow. Blood flow carries oxygen. Oxygen powers your brain. And a powered brain doesn't stare at the page. It reads it, understands it, remembers it. That's the difference. Eat something real. Not a feast, not a gourmet breakfast that takes 45 minutes to prepare. Something light, something with fuel in it. A banana, oats, eggs, toast, a smoothie if that's faster. Your brain runs on glucose, and when you skip breakfast, your brain runs on nothing. That's why you feel foggy by 10 a.m. That's why you could read the same paragraph 3 times and absorb nothing. That's why the lecture feels like background noise. You're not stupid. You're starving. Drink water, lots of it, before coffee, before food if you can. Dehydration mimics exhaustion. That heavy, slow, can't be bothered feeling? It's often just thirst. Most students never make that connection. They assume they're tired. They assume they're burnt out. Sometimes the answer is simpler than you think. Now you're ready. Body awake, brain online, fuel loaded. This is the moment.
Open your hardest subject, not the easiest one, not the one you enjoy most, the one that makes you uncomfortable, the one you've been avoiding. Toppers don't save the hard things for later. They don't wait until they feel ready. They know that feeling ready is a myth. You don't wait for courage to show up. You act first, and courage follows. 1 focused hour in the morning is worth 3 exhausted hours at night. Read that again. 1 focused hour. Not 1 hour of sitting near your books, not 1 hour of switching between pages and notifications, 1 hour of real, full, locked-in work. To do that, use the Pomodoro method. 50 minutes of pure focus, no multitasking, no background TV, no playlist you keep adjusting. Just you and the work. Then 10 minutes of real rest, not 10 minutes of Instagram, not 10 minutes of YouTube. Stand up, stretch, look outside, drink water. Give your brain actual recovery, not more stimulation dressed up as rest. Your brain is not a machine built to run forever. Even machines overheat. Respect the limits, work within them, and you'll go further than the students who burn themselves out trying to ignore them. Now let's talk about the middle of the day. This is where most students fall apart. You've made it through the morning. Maybe you attended a class, maybe you sat through a lecture, maybe you even took some notes. But did anything actually stick? Here's the honest truth about passive learning. Sitting in a class and nodding is not the same as learning. Copying notes word for word from a board is not the same as understanding. Your brain doesn't store information just because it passed through your eyes. It stores information when it has to work for it, when it has to translate it, rephrase it, question it, connect it. Active learning is the difference between planting seeds in rich soil and throwing seeds on concrete. One grows, one doesn't. So in every class, every lecture, every tutorial, be active. Take notes in your own words, not what the teacher said, what you understood. Ask questions, even small ones, even ones that feel obvious. Because the moment you ask a question, you're no longer a passive receiver. You're a participant, and participants remember. After every class, spend 2 to 3 minutes summarizing, not rereading your notes, closing your notebook and speaking aloud. What did I just learn? What was the main idea? What do I still not fully understand? That 2-minute habit is worth more than an hour of passive rereading later, because you've just learned something twice without any extra effort. That's how toppers build such a massive advantage, not in big, dramatic study sessions, in small, consistent, daily habits that compound. Calm. Lunch. Not a heavy, oily, I need to sleep after meal. Something light, something with actual nutrition in it. Protein, vegetables, water. When you eat heavy, your body reroutes its energy to digestion. Your brain gets less oxygen, your focus drops, your eyelids get heavy. And then you fight your body for the next 2 hours instead of studying. Avoid it. Keep lunch light. Keep your energy consistent. After lunch, before you sit back down to study, give your brain a real break. A power nap, 15 to 20 minutes. Set an alarm, not 30 minutes, not an hour. Because an hour turns into 2, 2 turns into guilt, and guilt turns into procrastination.